Most people believe their dog comes over when they cry simply because the dog wants attention, or because our strange sniffling noises make them curious. That assumption is completely wrong. Your dog is not guessing how you feel, and they are definitely not doing it for a treat. Neuroscientists and canine behaviorists have spent years placing awake, unrestrained dogs into functional MRI machines to map their brain activity in real time. The data proves something extraordinary. When you break down emotionally, your dog's brain reacts using the exact same neurological pathways an empathetic human brain uses. They do not just notice your sadness. At a biological level, they experience a fraction of it with you. For decades, traditional behaviorists dismissed this idea as mere anthropomorphism, claiming we project our own human emotions onto our pets. But modern cognitive science has shattered that old belief. When researchers at Emory University and the University of Vienna analyzed canine brain scans, they discovered that when a dog hears a human crying, the primary auditory cortex and the caudate nucleus light up in precise patterns that match emotional processing, not casual curiosity. This is a biological phenomenon known as emotional contagion. It is the primal evolutionary foundation of empathy. To understand why this happens, you have to look at the invisible world your dog lives in. While you navigate your home visually, your dog maps your internal emotional state through chemistry. When you experience chronic stress, quiet burnout, or sudden sadness, your endocrine system immediately shifts. Your body releases elevated levels of cortisol and adrenaline. These biochemical changes are expelled through your breath, your microscopic sweat glands, and your tears. You cannot smell your own grief, but your dog possesses up to 300 million olfactory receptors, compared to your 6 million. To your dog, your sadness has a distinct physical scent. If we misunderstand this connection, we risk deeply confusing our animals. When you try to hide your distress, your dog senses an alarming contradiction. They smell intense chemical distress coming from your skin, but your body language is pretending everything is normal. That sensory mismatch creates anxiety for them, because they trust their nose over your performance every single time. Imagine a busy remote worker sitting at a desk in a spare bedroom. It is 4 inches the afternoon. The inbox is overflowing. Deadlines are piling up, and an overwhelming wave of exhaustion and sadness sets in. No loud sobbing, no dramatic gestures. Just a heavy, silent slump in the chair. In that exact second, the golden retriever resting across the room lifts its head, stands up, crosses the floor, and gently presses its muzzle against the worker's knee. That dog did not need a visual cue. The sudden spike in cortisol crossed the room in seconds, and the dog moved toward it instinctively. Here is the part most people do not know about the canine brain. Dogs process human vocal distress in the exact same hemisphere of the brain that humans do. When sound frequencies of crying reach their ears, their right hemisphere activates immediately, triggering an autonomic heart rate spike. Their own nervous system mirrors your distress before they even take a single step toward you. This proves that your dog's response is not a trained trick. It is a shared emotional state. Yet, well-meaning dog owners make a critical mistake when this happens. When an owner feels overwhelmed and their dog approaches to offer comfort, the owner often leans entirely into the dog, gripping them tightly, crying directly into their coat, and letting their own panic spiral, while your dog wants to be near you, using them as an emotional sponge without providing a sense of safety, overwhelms their sensory system. Because they mirror your chemistry, prolonged exposure to unresolved human panic elevates the dog's own baseline stress, leading to digestive issues, sudden pacing, and separation anxiety. Think about that for a moment. Your dog can literally catch your emotional burnout. The final layer of this neurological bond comes down to oxytocin. When your dog successfully approaches you during a moment of distress and makes soft, sustained eye contact, both your brain and your dog's brain release a surge of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This neurochemical loop lowers your heart rate and reduces the dog's mirrored tension. It is a mutual down-regulation system hardwired into both species over tens of thousands of years of coevolution. So how should you handle your dog the next time sadness or burnout hits you at your desk or on the couch? Do not push them away and do not panic about your negative emotions affecting them. Instead, acknowledge their awareness with calm grounding. Here is the simple shift you can make today. When you feel overwhelmed and your dog comes over to press against your leg, Place one flat, steady hand on their side or chest. Take 3 deliberate, slow, deep breaths. Do not talk in high-pitched, frantic tones. Just breathe slowly. Because your dog monitors your heart rate and breathing rhythms, your physical deceleration acts as a neurological anchor for them. It tells their brain, yes, I am sad, but we are safe. The ultimate truth is that dogs are the only non-human species on the planet that will actively prioritize a distressed human over their own comfort. They do not judge your bad days. They do not need an explanation for your tears, and their brain is literally wired to stand guard over your emotional recovery. Understanding this biological bond changes the way you look at your dog forever. They are not just sharing your home, they are actively sharing your nervous system. Now that you know how your dog reads your deepest internal emotions, have you ever wondered what is happening inside their mind when they stare directly into your eyes while doing something they know is forbidden? Watch this next breakdown to discover the hidden canine psychology behind why dogs make direct eye contact during moments of total defiance.